Morning, one and all. Today I am going to explain about the overcurrent protective devices and fault current calculations. Okay, first of all, what are the overcurrent protective devices are there? Okay, in the case of a distribution systems, okay, that all will be discussed in the present class. Okay, first, the overcurrent protective device is the fuse. Okay, we already well known about the what is meant by the fuse. It is a overcurrent protective device. Okay, it will be used in the household purpose. Okay, if the any overcurrents are obtained, in this case the fuse is automatically melted. Okay, therefore then the system will be protected by using this fuse in the under abnormal conditions. Okay, if the fuse will be melt, then the system will be disconnected from the network. Okay, therefore the system will be protected. Okay, a fuse is an overcurrent protective device with a fuse link directly heated and destroyed by passing of the overcurrents through it. Okay, when the overcurrents are flowing that line, then that fuse will be melted. Okay, whenever overload or the short circuit conditions occur, therefore the fuse separates the faulty section. If any overcurrents are obtained in the distribution systems by using that fuse, that overcurrent device will be disconnected from the system. Okay, therefore a fuse is designed to blow within a specified time for a given value of fault current. Okay, therefore that fuse having the rating. Okay, depending upon that rating, when the short circuit currents will be obtained above that ratings, then automatically that fuse will be melted. Therefore, if the fuse will be melted means there is a discontinuity of the supply will be obtained. Okay, therefore the system will be protected. The system will be protected under these conditions. Therefore, that faulted equipment will be removed from that healthy portion. Okay, that is the main use of a fuse. Okay, this is the first overcurrent protective device. Okay, next, what is the next overcurrent protective device? That is automatic circuit reclosers. Okay, what is meant by automatic circuit reclosers? Okay, that automatic circuit reclosers is an overcurrent protective device. Okay, it is the overcurrent protective device that automatically trips and reclose a preset number of times. Okay, suppose we are having the different types of faults, that is symmetrical faults and asymmetrical faults. Some faults will be rectified automatically, okay, depending upon the time. Okay, at that time this automatic recloser will be operated, then the discontinuity of the supply will be obtained. To overcome that fault, that disadvantage, by using this recloser, okay, we are setting the preset number of times. Okay, therefore if the fault will be obtained, then at that time that recloser will be checking that faulted time. Okay, after closing that time, the fault does not clear. Okay, after closing the preset value, the fault does not clear. Okay, in that case, that recloser will be operated. Okay, therefore, it will be used to give the continuity of the supply, and it will be give the protection for that asymmetrical faults. Okay, some faults are rectified. Some faults are rectified automatically and some faults are rectified permanently. Okay, we are having the two types of faults, that is the permanent faults and the temporary faults. Okay, the temporary faults are very rare, commonly obtained faults, but it will be some faults are modified or rectified with respect to the time. Okay, in that case the recloser does not operated. Why? Because means we are setting the some preset value. Okay, for that reason the recloser does not operate. So, okay, for that reason the reclosers does not operates. Okay, next coming to the automatic line sectionalizer. Okay, next coming to the automatic line sectionalizer. Okay, what is meant by the automatic line sectionalizer? It is also the overcurrent protective device. Okay, it is a no load switching device. Okay, which is provided with overcurrent relays, earth fault relays, and counters. Okay, therefore, the counter the number of operations of the backup circuit breakers are auto reclosers. Okay, this type of device will be used for that backup protection. Okay, if the circuit breaker or auto recloser fails to clear the faults, therefore the line sectionalizer is opens. Okay, this line sectionalizer is used for the backup protection. Why? Because we are using that line sectionalizer means if there is a faults are obtained in that line, in that situation also the circuit breakers and auto reclosers does not operate. Okay, does not operate. Okay, in that case this line sectionalizer will be operated. Okay, in this case that line sectionalizer will be operate under no load conditions also. Okay, under circuit no load conditions. Okay, that is the main usage of that line sectionalizer. Okay, if the automatic circuit breakers and reclosers does not operate under faulted conditions, okay, in this case the line sectionalizer will be operated. Okay, that is the main use of a line sectionalizer. Okay, next coming to the automatic circuit breakers. Okay, we already well known about that, will be studied in the SGB subject. Okay, what is meant by circuit breaker? Okay, it is the automatic device. It will be automatically interrupted or operating on and off. Okay, next one is the automatic circuit breakers. Okay, the circuit breakers are automatic interrupting devices which are capable of breaking or reclosing a circuit under all conditions. Okay, it is a automatic device. Okay, by using the device we will automatically switch on and disconnected the circuit from the faulted equipment. Okay, that will be operated under normal and the abnormal conditions. Okay, therefore the primary task of that circuit breakers is existing the arc that develops due to the separation of its contacts. Okay, the circuit breaker, if the circuit breaker will be operated when the contacts of that circuit breaker will be separated. Okay, when the contacts of that circuit breaker will be separated, if the faults will be obtained, then automatically that circuit breaker will be separated from the system. Okay, separated. Okay, that is the moving and the fixed contacts are to be separated. If the moving and the fixed contacts are to be separated, okay, in this condition, okay, the moving contact and the fixed contacts are to be separated, then this type of circuit breakers will be operated. Okay, we are having the two types of contacts, that is fixed and the moving contact. When the fault current will be flowing through that, then automatically the fixed and moving contacts are separated to each other. Okay, in this case that circuit breaker will be operated. Okay, we are having the different types of circuit breakers are to be used in the case of a power systems, that is the oil circuit breakers and air blast circuit breakers and vacuum circuit breakers and SF6 circuit breakers. Okay, in the present days we are using the SF6 type of circuit breakers, that is the sulfur hexafluoride circuit breakers. Okay, that is the main usage of the automatic circuit breakers. Okay, this is the one type of the protective devices. Okay, these are the various types of protective devices that will be used in the case of a distribution systems. Okay, the additional objectives of distribution system protections are to limit the service outages to the smallest possible segments. Okay, we are limiting the service outages and to protect the consumers operators. Okay, the lifetime of that consumer operators will be increased by using the various types of protective devices. Okay, therefore the protective system from the unnecessary services are also be considered. Okay, next one is the fault current calculations. Okay, how we will calculate the fault currents in the system? Okay, first case we are taking the three-phase grounded or the ungrounded faults. Okay, if the faults will be obtained in the grounded or the in the case of three-phase system, then what is the fault current values? Okay, in this type of fault is completing the balance three-phase. Three is no number of zero or the negative sequence currents. When there is a no fault impedance, therefore IF three-phase, that is the fault current three-phase, is equal to I full load IFA, IFB, IFC. Okay, fault current at A phase, fault current at B phase, and fault current C phase. Okay, this all will be equal. If there is no impedance, means that the fault current at all the phases will be equal. Okay, understand ma? If the fault currents in the all the phases will be equal, when it will be equal, there is no impedance in the line. Okay, there is no negative sequence currents or the zero sequence currents. Therefore, there is no fault current impedance. There is no fault impedance. Okay, therefore I fault three phase is equal to V by Z1. V by Z1. Where Z1 is the positive sequence. Where Z1 is the positive sequence impedance. Where there is a faulted impedance. Okay, if there is a faulted impedance, then IF three phase is equal to V line to neutral by Z1 plus ZF, where Z1 is the positive impedance and ZF is the faulted impedance. Okay, ZF is the faulted impedance. Okay, consider this is the equation number 1 and this is the equation number 2. Okay, suppose there is a zero and the negative sequence component currents, then therefore there is no fault currents. Okay, if there is no fault currents, what is the formula for fault current IF three phase? Okay, therefore IF three phase is equal to IA, a fault current at A phase, fault current at B phase, and fault current at C phase. Okay, therefore these three phase currents are equal, then there is no fault impedance. That means therefore IF three phase is equal to, okay, therefore IF three phase is equal to VL by Z1. Okay, VL by Z1. Okay, consider this is the equation number 1. Okay, if there is a fault impedance, okay, if there is a fault impedance, therefore V by Z1 plus ZF. Therefore, IF three phase is equal to V by Z1 plus ZF. Okay, this is the equation number 2. Therefore, the total positive sequence impedance is equal to Z1. Okay, Z1 is equal to Z1 system plus Z1 transformer plus Z1 circuit. Okay, therefore Z1S is the positive sequence Thevenin equivalent impedance. Okay, Z1S is the positive sequence Thevenin equivalent impedance, and Z1T is the positive sequence transformer impedance. Okay, understand ma? Z1T is the positive sequence transformer impedance, and Z1 circuit. Z1 circuit is the positive sequence impedance of faulted segment. Okay, positive circuit impedance of faulted circuit. Okay, this is the equation number 3, and substitute IF three phase, IF1 three phase, the equation number 3 in 1 and substituting equation 3 in equation number 1 and equation number 2. Okay, therefore, IF three phase is equal to I1 plus I fault. Okay, therefore, I fault is the Z1 circuit and I1 is the I1 system. That is the equivalent Thevenin's impedance. Okay, equivalent Thevenin's impedance. Therefore, IF three phase is equal to V line to neutral by Z1 system plus Z1 Thevenin, Z1 transformer plus Z1 circuit plus ZF. Z1 circuit plus ZF. Okay, therefore we are writing IF three phase. Okay, therefore we are writing IF three phase. Okay, therefore IF three phase is equal to V line to line by VS line to line into IF three phase. Okay, then this is the fault current at the three phase system. Okay, then we calculate the fault current calculations for line to line faults. Okay, next we calculate the fault current calculations for line to line faults, assuming that line to line faults are exist between the phases Y and the B. Okay, this is the diagram, three phase diagram. Okay, that will be connected in the star connection. Okay, therefore the three phase windings are connected in the star connection. Therefore, in this case, this is the R phase, Y phase, and B phase. Okay, therefore, the fault current is exist in between the Y to B phase. Okay, therefore, the fault current is exist in between the Y to B phase. Okay, this is the IY and this is the IB. Okay, this is the IY and this is the IB. Okay, therefore, the fault current is exist in between the Y and the B phases, and the current flowing through the R phase is equal to 0. And the current flows through the R phase is equal to 0. Okay, therefore, if there is no fault impedance means, therefore, IFR is equal to 0. Okay, therefore, R phase current is equal to 0. Okay, therefore, line to line current is equal to IFB is equal to minus IFY. IFB is equal to minus IFY. Therefore, V1 line voltage is equal to root 3 into VL neutral. Root 3 into VL neutral. Okay, therefore, VLN is the line to neutral voltage and Z1, Z2 are the positive and negative sequence impedances, and Z1, Z2 are the positive and negative sequence impedances. Therefore, IF line to line is equal to J root 3 VLN by Z1 plus Z2. J root 3 VLN by Z1 plus Z2. Okay, this is considered, this is the equation number 1. Okay, consider this is the equation number 1. Okay, next we are writing that is IF line to line. Okay, therefore IF line to line is equal to where Z1 equal to Z2. Okay, consider Z1 is equal to Z2. Okay, and then substitute Z1 is equal to Z2. That is 2Z1. Okay, that is 2Z1. Therefore, IF line to line is equal to J root 3 VLN by 2Z1. Okay, J root 3 VLN by 2Z1. Therefore, the total positive sequence impedance in the above expression can be written as, or can be expressed as, Z1 is equal to Z1 system plus Z1T plus Z1 circuit. Okay, therefore Z1 is equal to Z1 system plus Z1 transformer plus Z1 circuit. Therefore, this is the equation number 2. Therefore, substituting ZL in equation number 2. Okay, what is that? That is Z1. Therefore, Z1 is equal to Z1 system plus Z1T plus Z1 circuit. Substitute this Z1 in this equation. Okay, then we obtain Z1 system plus Z1T plus Z1 circuit. Okay, therefore, if a fault impedance ZF is included, therefore, if a fault impedance ZF is included, then IF line to line, okay, therefore, IF line to line is equal to J root 3 VLN by 2 into Z1 system plus Z1T plus Z1 circuit plus ZF. If the fault impedance is considered, then this IF line to line will be taken as, that is J root 3 VLN by 2 into Z1 system plus Z1T plus Z1 circuit plus ZF. ZF is the fault impedance. Okay, ZF is the fault impedance. Okay, next coming to the, by comparing the equation to, okay, by comparing this equation to with three-phase fault equation. Okay, by comparing this equation to with three-phase fault equation, that is IF three-phase. Okay, that is IF three-phase is equal to VLN by Z1. Okay, that is IF three-phase is equal to VLN by Z1. Then we get IF line to line. Okay, then we get IF line to line is equal to root 3 by 2 IF three phase. IF line to line is equal to root 3 by 2 IF three phase. IF three phase. Okay, therefore the relationship between the three phase fault and line to line fault current is given by, okay, therefore the relationship between the three phase fault and line to line fault current is given by IF line to line is equal to 0.866 into IF three phase. 0.86 is the root 3 by 2 value. Okay, therefore the fault current at line to line is equal to 0.866 times the fault current at three phase. Okay, that is the fault current calculation for that line to line current, line to line faults, and also the three phase faults are ungrounded and the ungrounded faults. Okay, that is the three phase grounded and the ungrounded faults. Okay, these are the fault currents that will be obtained in the case of a three phase, that is IF three phase is equal to V line to line by VS line to line into IF three phase. VS line, transmission line, line to line into three phase. Okay, similarly the fault current for line to line. Okay, therefore the line to line fault current, that is IF line to line is equal to root 3 by 2 IF three phase. Okay, therefore the line to line fault current is equal to the root 3 by 2 times the three phase faults, that is root 3 by 2 times the three phase faults. Okay, what is the value for root 3 by 2? That is 0.866 times the IF three phase, that is 0.86 times the IF three phase. Okay, this is the relationship between the three phase faults and the line to line fault currents. And these are the various types of protective devices that will be used in the case of a distribution systems. Okay, that is the, what are the overcurrent devices means, first one is the fuse, and second one is the automatic reclosers, third one is the automatic line sectionalizer, and fourth one is the automatic circuit breakers. Okay, these are the main overcurrent protective devices that will be used in the case of a distribution systems. Okay, for giving the continuity of the supply and for giving the protection for that all equipments in the case of a power systems. Okay, by using these protective devices, okay, by using these protective devices, okay, we increase the lifetime for the equipments also. Okay, these are the various protective devices, overcurrent protective devices, and also the fault current calculations in the case of a three-phase system, and also the line-to-line faults. Okay, thank you.